Mage items are going to be completely removed, including Crown of the Shattered Queen, Everfrost, Leeching Leer, Demonic Embrace, Night Harvester, Ludens, and one that everyone can rejoice about being Stopwatch. Yes, you heard that right, Stopwatch and Perfect Timing will no longer be in the game, but there's a bit of a twist that we will cover in a bit. Just before we get into the brand new item additions, there are a few adjustments to Mage components. Amp Tome will cost just 400 gold now, as opposed to the 435 from before, and it will provide you with the exact same amount of AP being 20. So a small buff to all AP champions across the board. Back in action for Season 14 after being removed for the past few seasons is Haunting Guise. Rumble mains are going to be loving this one, along with many other damage over time champs. Just a note here as well, for all the changes that we cover, to keep the video more condensed, we won't always mention the base stats or cost of the items. Those will just be up on screen for you guys to see. We'll mainly focus on addressing the passives or actives, and we'll talk about which champions will benefit the most. So for Haunting Guise, the passive deals 2% bonus damage for each second.
Pause this, pause.
In combat, which stacks up to 6%. A few champs we expect to like Haunting Guise the most include Rumble, Cassiopeia, and Malzahar. Haunting Guise is also going to build into Liandry's, which is an item all three of those champions will absolutely love. Liandry's will have health again, along with its burn passive, so it's back to the old days with this one. Dealing damage with abilities will cause enemies to burn for 2% max health magic damage per second for 3 seconds. Any mage that thrives in those extended fights by being able to deal a ton of consistent DPS over time will be incredible with Liandry's. Just to name a few, Brand, Zyra, Lilia, Aurelion Sol, and Rumble will be phenomenal with the item. The second and only other item that Haunting Guise will build into is Riftmaker. With Demonic Riftmaker is now going to have its passive to where 2% of your bonus health is converted into ability power. This passive will be called Void Infusion. The second passive on Riftmaker is called Void Corruption, and for each second in combat you'll deal 2% bonus damage, stacking up to 10%. At max stacks you will gain 10% Omnivamp for melee and 6% Omnivamp for ranged. So the true damage effect from stacking Riftmaker is gone, but you will be gaining more Omnivamp. Gwen, Kayle, and Mordekaiser are a few candidates to do well with Riftmaker. However, we definitely expect Liandry's to be prioritized on a wide range of champions. So at the very start of the mage section, we mentioned that Stopwatch and Perfect Timing are being removed. However, Seeker's Arm Guard will now have a stasis effect instead. So mages and certain AP assassins will still have pretty good access to the stasis, while all other classes won't have a viable way to access it anymore. Seekers will cost 1,600 gold instead of 1,000 gold to compensate, but mages will now have access to an earlier stasis. When you consider that purchasing Stopwatch on its own was 750 gold before, if Riot were to just combine Stopwatch into Seekers, it would be 1,750 gold. So you're actually saving 150 gold there. Important to note, you only get one use of the stasis from Seekers, and it only becomes a cooldown when you actually complete Zanya's. It will be interesting to see how it affects the viability of the AD assassins, more specifically Zed. If you're a mage going up against Zed, you can just rush Seekers now, get not only the added armor, but the stasis too. This could make it way harder for Zed to find solo kills at level 6, since if you were rushing Seekers, you would have it around that level 6 mark. With Seekers being 1,600 gold though, you're definitely heavily delaying your rush item spike by building it, so that should hopefully be enough to keep it balanced so that AD assassins aren't completely trash. As for Zanya's, the item is going to have a bunch of its stats swapped around. AP is going up drastically from 80 to 120, armor is up from 45 to 50, but you will no longer gain any ability haste. Cost of the item is also up from 3,000 to 3,250. The stasis duration and cooldown will remain exactly the same as before. In the past, one of the worst parts about building Zanya's on mages is that it heavily reduced your ability to be a meaningful damage threat. Now that the item has 40 more AP, it should feel a lot nicer to pick up in the spots to where it actually is good. Into those heavy AD dive comps, Zanya's likely becomes even more of a staple purchase than it had already been. Other than mages, Zanya's is likely still a good late game pickup on Jax and Kai'Sa as well. The first brand new item we have to cover is going to be called Malignance. First passive is Ultimate Power, and you'll gain 15 ability haste for your ultimate cooldown. The second passive is Ultimate Flames, and it reads whenever you deal damage to an enemy champion with your ultimate, burn the ground beneath them for 3 seconds, dealing damage every second and reducing their magic resist for as long as they are on the burning ground. From testing on the PvE, it looks like the passive burn does not have a cooldown, so this one is looking super nutty on Anivia. You may be thinking, well, could this item also be strong on champions with spammable ultimates that aren't mages? Probably not, because the base stats just wouldn't make sense. Udyr is one champion that comes to mind that would obviously obviously love the passive, but the item has no defensive stats whatsoever, which would make him extremely squishy. Other than Anivia, Swain is the second champion we can think of who would really benefit a ton from the
it's
passive.
probably just
Malignance likely remains one of those niche items to where only a few champs actually like it, but those who do are absolutely insane with it. Caster's Companion is the next new item, and it's going to work in a similar way to Luden's. The passive provides you with a shot charge every 3 seconds, up to a max of 6 charges. Damaging abilities will consume all charges to deal additional damage. This one is probably going to work quite well on Poke Mages that are looking to slowly whittle down opponents across an extended fight. The shot charges will really add up over time and provide you with a lot of value in those extended fights. Storm Surge is going to be the item that a lot of burst mages lean towards. The first passive, called Storm Raider, reads that after dealing 35% of a champion's max health within 3 seconds, apply the second passive Storm Surge and grant the user 25% move speed for 2 seconds. This will have a 20-second cooldown. The second passive, called Storm Surge, will activate 2 seconds after you deal 35% of a champ's max health within 3 seconds and deal a burst of damage. If the champion dies before the passive goes off, lightning will detonate in an area around the dead enemy and grant you 30 gold. Think LeBlanc, Lux, Syndra, any of these mages who have combos that can chunk for a large amount of damage very quickly will have the greatest potential with Storm Surge. Crypt Bloom is going to be the item you look to run on your mid lane enchanters. Karma and Seraphine will have good potential.
So if I don't get a boyfriend after 3 months, living in San Diego, I'm getting a dog. You're definitely getting a dog.
Where's the... Oh wait, just any heart. Oh, wait, did it fix the audio? Yeah, they fixed the audio. Surely. Surely they fixed the audio. Why is it not showing? Cool, thank you. Let me play this. I've already watched the New Items League of Legends Season 14 for next year, 2024. It's just like it's like doing homework, but studying on the game. You should study the game, but you know if you don't have to play the game every single day. But with League, it's like I don't have to play League for like 5 days. Even in that time, I can still read websites, check out the items, look at the meta, study the meta. In between stuff, like if I'm on a 5-minute break, I could just pop up on the website, go to Analytics, kind of just see the trends, just little stuff that's happening right now. But yeah, I've already watched the League of Legends Season 14, 2014 or 2024 items. Season 14, just call it 2024. Just League in 2024. I'm gonna play this.
So that whenever you
I'm gonna finish cooking.
3 seconds of damaging the enemy,
The cat is
you'll create a
around
healing
somewhere.
nova on their location that heals out. So this passive will have a 60-second cooldown. The big cooldown here seems kind of excessive, but after all, this is still preliminary, and things can be changed before they hit live. Unless the heal is extremely powerful, the item is probably going to remain quite niche. It's either going to be broken on a ton of camps, or only useful on a few. Horizon Focus is going to work pretty similar to
Finishing
before.
dinner.
However, when you reveal the enemy with the Hypershot
If anything, I
passive,
should be
the
back.
new Focus passive will kick in, and you will now reveal
Before the
all
video
other enemy
ends.
champions within 1200 range of the target you would hit. This will actually make scouting brushes really nice for longer ranged mages like Xerath, Vel'Koz, or Ziggs. If you get a hit, that added vision will be really nice to let you know if you can move forward, or if the whole enemy team is waiting to ambush you. Shadow Flame is going to have a completely new passive. Instead of granting you Magic Pen will be a base stat, and you'll now have a passive called Cinder Bloom that causes magic and true damage to critically strike enemies below 35% health. This new Shadow Flame in combination with Storm Surge could end up being a really nasty combo, as the burst potential would be ridiculous. Just think about Syndra with both items. She already has the built-in execute with her ultimate, but now with even more execute tools, the one-shot potential will be real. Cosmic Drive is going to work very similar to before, however in a much more simple way. The passive will grant you bonus movement speed for 2 seconds when you damage an enemy champion with an ability. So no more needing to stack up the passive to see the full effects, just a simple bonus movement speed proc when you deal damage. Item likely remains the best on the shorter range DPS mages that need that extra movement speed to help space in fights, so Ryze and Cassiopeia are 2 strong candidates to perform well with Cosmic. Rod of Ages is going to work almost exactly like before, but just with some numbers changed around now that it's not a mythic item. The same champions that ran Rod before, like Kassadin, Ryze, Anivia, and Cassiopeia, should continue to prioritize the item. Now that all the new mage items have been covered, let's move on to looking at what's going on with the assassin items. Duskblade and Prowler's Claw are both being removed. Rectrix is going to be a new component item, providing you with AD and movement speed, which will build into Ghostblade, Hullbreaker, and a new item called Opportunity. For all the OG League players out there, Brutalizer is back for Season 14. The item was originally removed way back in Season 5, and it's making its return 7 seasons later. AD, Haste, and Lethality will be the stats in the item, and it will build into Axiom Arc, Cyrilda's Grudge, and 2 new items being Voltaic Cyclosword and Profane Hydra. Cyrilda's Grudge will work similar to before, however it's no longer going to have the 30% armor pen. Instead it will be a flat 22 armor pen plus 12% of your lethality converted into armor pen. This change will make the item less attractive on champions like Ezreal or Yorick, who liked going Cyrilda's but did not build any lethality. The passive Slow also now only procs when the enemy is under 50% health, so it's not going to have the same kind of catch power like before. So Voltaic Cyclosword is one of the brand new lethality items, providing you AD, lethality, and haste. The first passive is called Energize, and while moving or attacking you will generate an energized attack. Dashes and health will stack the energized effect 75% faster. The energized attack will deal damage and slow enemies by 99% for 0.75 seconds. Rengar is one champion who pops out immediately as being the front runner to succeed with Voltaic. Rushing this item if you are snowballing early on and looking to invade would give it a ton of value. Kha'Zix, with the ability to stealth multiple times with his ultimate, should be quite good with the item as well. There could also be some abuse with AD LeBlanc here, as the passive stacks 75% faster on dashes, so LeBlanc with Static Shiv and Cyclosword may end up being a balanced nightmare. Profane Hydra is looking to be the most expensive AD assassin item, coming in at 3,400 gold. It's going to work very similar to Ravenous Hydra, however with the base stat stat of lethality that Ravenous does not have. Active is going to deal a slash of damage around you to nearby enemies, and the passive will deal a lesser amount of splash damage to enemies as well. Since Tiamat is a component to this item, assassin junglers with weak AoE clears like Kha'Zix and Rengar will have the greatest potential to succeed with it. Hubris is a super unique item like we've never seen before, as its passive works so that when you kill an enemy, you are granted a statue of yourself. The second passive will provide you with bonus attack damage for 60 seconds when you kill a champion that you had damaged within the last 3 seconds. We'll have to see how effective this new passive is because it's definitely what's going to determine whether the item is strong or not. Opportunity is the name of yet another new lethality item, and it's going to be focused around movement speed as a key stat. The first passive, called Murder, gives you bonus lethality for being out of combat. The second passive, called Murder Speed, grants 150 decaying movement speed for 1.5 seconds if a champion dies within 3 seconds if you damaging them. So a bit of an escape tool here, which could be quite interesting on Assassin Nocturne, who has an easy way into fights but struggles finding his way out. Just based off what we've seen so far, on paper, Opportunity is looking a bit less attractive than the other new lethality items. Alright, those are all the 80 assassin items covered now, so let's jump on over to the bruiser or fighter items. The items being removed from the game include Gore Drinker, Divine Sunderer, Silvermere Dawn, and Iron Spike Whip. Tunneler is going to be one of the new component items for fighters, providing AD and health. Tunneler will build into a bunch of items, being Titanic Hydra, Edge of Night, Hullbreaker, Serix Gauge, and 2 new items being Sundered Sky and Experimental Hexblade. Another new component item being introduced for fighters is Steel Sigil. This one will have AD along with armor. As of right now, it's only building into 2 items, being Death Stance and Guardian Angel. Makes sense though, since those are the only 2 bruiser items that have armor and AD as base stats. With Divine Sunderer removed, it looks as if Sundered Sky is going to fit a similar theme. AD, haste, and health are base stats. The passive is called Light Shield Strike, and it works so that the first attack against a champion will critically strike the enemy and heal you. So no more % health damage on a bruiser item, which will be interesting to see how that affects the top lane meta. Tanks could end up being big indirect winners, depending on whether the new crit strike damage outweighs the strength of % health damage. Tiamat is being changed for Season 14 so that it will now have its active again. The item will have 5 less AD to compensate for the active coming back, but all in all it seems like that should be a solid trade-off for those that want to rush Tiamat and clear their jungle faster or shove out waves quicker. Riven and Kled are definitely 2 champions who should like the direction of this change, as they have been rushing Ravenous in the past and will now have even more shoving strength early in lane. Ravenous Hydra is being changed in exactly the same way to Tiamat, as it will now regain the active. The stacking AD effect of Ravenous is gone though, so it won't have the same kind of snowball power as before. Stats are being swapped around a bit, as the item will cost 100 gold less, offer 5 less haste, but 5 more AD. Titanic Hydra will also regain its active, but for the cost of losing its passive to where it would convert health into AD. Base AD is going up drastically though, from 30 to 55 to help compensate. This should actually make Titanic Hydra a more attractive rush option now, as you'll be getting more AD than before when picking the item up first. Late game scaling strength is down, but the early game power is up. Urgot is one top lane champion who may look to take advantage of this Titanic rush. Experimental Hexblade is going to be for fighters that look to more so heavily play off their ultimate's cooldown. The first passive will provide you with 30 ultimate ability hits. The second passive gives you 35% attack speed and 15% bonus movement speed for 7 seconds after you cast your R. Olaf is one champ we can definitely see thriving with Hexblade. Nasus has potential, although he'd probably rather the passive give AD instead of attack speed. You'd think it could be good on someone like Illaoi, but she just doesn't get much value out of attack speed, which may gate it for her. Tryndamere could actually be quite good with Hexblade as a later game pickup, since the ultimate haste and attack speed are both stats he will really like. Hullbreaker is seeing some pretty big adjustments for Season 14, as it will no longer provide you with bonus armor and magic resist for being alone. As a matter of fact, the item won't have any isolated perks anymore, so it won't be solely tied to that split push identity. The new passive works so that basic attacks provide stacks up to a max of 5, and at 5 stacks, your next auto will deal bonus damage to champions, epic monsters, or towers. The second passive will provide nearby allied siege and super minions with 15 scaling to 90 bonus armor and magic resist, but you won't need to be isolated to get the effect. So overall, it looks like Hullbreaker will remain a great split push pickup, however less effective than before, while providing you with a bit more strength while grouped up with your team. The biggest pain point of playing against a Hullbreaker champion was just how difficult they were to take down when alone in the side lane, so now with that aspect of the item removed, it should hopefully feel a lot more balanced. Stridebreaker is going to have its active changed to where instead of just slowing the enemy on use, it's also going to grant you 25% bonus movement speed per champion hit that decays over 2 seconds. So it looks like Stride is going to become an even better pickup on fighters who lack a gap closer like Garen and Darius, as their sticking power will be amplified. Wit's End is going to function quite similar to before, however, there will be tenacity added onto the item. 20% tenacity is the number that Riot is going with right now. This should make Wits an even better pickup on someone like Aurelia, who needs to be diving into fights and will almost always get hit by some sort of CC. Still a situational pickup, as you don't want Wits if the enemy comp has heavy AD, but against magic damage comps, Wit as a core pickup on auto attack focused bruisers will be great. The passive on Spear of Shojin is being changed, as you will no longer gain scaling ability haste on your basic abilities. Instead of just being simplified so that you will gain a flat 15 haste on your non-ultimate spells, there will be a new passive added as well to where spell hits grant stacks up to 3, and your spells deal 3% increased damage for each stack. So your spellcasting fighters who can stack this new passive super fast will be the ones liking new Shojin the most. Riven and Aatrox are two champions who we expect to see the most success with Shojin, while Jax should still do quite well with it too. Moving on to having a look at the ADC item changes, there's actually not a whole lot going on here. Two items are being removed, as Rage Knife and Gale Force are getting the boot. There's just one new ADC item being introduced, and it will be called Terminus. It's going to work much like Rage Blade, as you're getting AD, attack speed, and the first passive grants on hit magic damage. The second passive will have your auto attacks alternate between light and dark attacks. Light attacks grant 3 to 5 armor and magic resist stacking 5 times, and dark attacks grant 6% armor pen and magic pen stacking up to 30%. Each effect will last for 5 seconds. So a bit of a more defensive on hit item here. Right now we have Rage Blade and Blade of the Ruined King that are very offense focused, but with this new passive on Terminus, if you want added durability, it will be the way to go. Guardian Angel is going to work pretty much identical to before, however, instead of providing you with 40% of your max mana on revive, you will now be getting 100% max mana back. Of course, like we mentioned earlier, Stopwatch is being removed, so it will no longer be a component to Guardian Angel, and the component replacing it is Steel Sigil. Nothing should change in regards to who you're picking up Guardian Angel on and at what point in the game you're grabbing it, as we expect Guardian Angel to remain a late game pickup. Phantom Dancer is being changed to where it's receiving some more base movement speed, but you'll no longer gain bonus movement speed when you're attacking. Before, it was 7% flat and an added 7% when attacking, but now it's just a flat 10, so overall the mobility from Phantom Dancer in a fight is going down. There are 6 tank items being removed for Season 14, as Turbo Chem Tank, Radiant Virtue, Even Shroud, Stoneplate, Aegis of the Legion, and Lifewell Pendant are being sunset. Hollow Radiance is the name of the first new tank item, and it's going to be the magic resist version of Sunfire Aegis. It will have the Immolate passive, to where taking or dealing damage will cause you to deal magic damage per second to nearby enemies. The new Moonburn passive will deal bonus damage around an enemy when you kill them. So lots of AoE damage potential coming out of this one, which will be great on your tanks that want to get right up in the thick of things. With the item providing only magic resist and no armor, it's of course going to be situational, but we now have another option when it comes down to tank MR items. Unending Despair is the second new tank item, and it's going to have health, armor, and haste. The passive works so that while in combat with champions, every 7 seconds you'll deal magic damage to nearby enemy champions and heal for 175% of the damage dealt. Tanks that can deal a good amount of consistent DPS are going to be liking this one the most, so Mundo should be a great user. The third new tank item addition is going to be called Kainic Rookern. This one has a ton of magic resist, as you're getting a flat 80 MR. The passive is called Mage Bane, and after not taking damage from champions for 15 seconds, you'll gain a magic shield scaling off 18% of your max health. Heartsteel users that want a magic resist pickup are going to be loving Rookern the most due to this passive scaling with health. Tahm Kench, Mundo, Sion, Cho'Gath, and Shen are candidates to see great success with this one. Jock Show is going to work quite similar to before, but of course without the mythic passive now. You're still going to get the split of armor and magic resistance, and the passive will now increase your resists by 25% after being in combat with champions for 5 seconds. In games where the enemy comp is very split in damage, Jock Show will remain a great pickup on your tanks. Deadman's Plate is being changed in a very interesting way to where its new passive will increase the strength of movement slowing effects by 25%. Everything else about the item is the same as before, just with some numbers changed. Although Deadman's is considered a tank item, this new passive will make the synergy between Deadman's and Stridebreaker super nuts. Stride slow will be increased when you grab Deadman's, so a 2-item core should be really nice on the likes of Darius and Garen. Force of Nature is being changed in a very interesting way to where it will now grant you 60 magic resist instead of 30 when at max stacks of Steadfast. So when fully stacked, you can have in total 110 magic resist from just one item. The item will work best into champions that can throw out spells repeatedly and get you to 8 stacks of the passive very fast, as it stacks when you take magic damage. In that case, Force of Nature is looking like the new hard counter item to heavy DPS magic damage champs like Ryze or Cassiopeia. Grabbing the item into those champs and quickly reaching 110 magic resist will make you so difficult to take down. If we take a look at the broader support item changes that will affect every single support in the game, Riot are removing all starter items, and you'll now just have one to choose from. This starter item will be called World Atlas, only costs 40 gold, and provide you with health, mana, and health regen, along with 3 gold per 10 seconds. There will also be 2 different ways to generate gold from the item, as you will gain a charge every 18 seconds, up to 3 charges, and while near an ally, you can consume the charges by landing your damaging abilities and attacks on enemy champions and structures, or by killing a minion. Interesting to note, though, is that you will receive 20 gold from the minion kill, while your teammate will receive the same amount of gold as they would if they had killed it themselves. This means that prioritizing cannon minions with your charge won't be a thing anymore, which should actually make the quest much quicker for melee champions, as you can just spam out the charges off cooldown. Let's also not ignore the fact that you'll now be able to start building towards your first core item even quicker due to World Atlas only costing 40 gold, as you could grab a longsword if you're playing Senna, or a pike, or an amp tome if...
Let's stop this, let's go here, let's go here. I believe Colin said she was going live, so we'll tune in.
What percentage am I at in the game? Fuck. Wait, I actually got to, I think, like 2 more stages above this. But I just keep falling. I'm gonna tell you. What am I at? Am I at 15%? Wait, also, Chris, what's so funny? I remember you being here whenever I was on this part. Oh my god, I was still here. 15%? Okay, that's not bad. Okay, then I think I've gotten like 30%. Almost there. I'm almost there. Hold on. Oh my god! It's so good. Hey, Death Ray. I'm cooking dinner. Oh, cool. Oh my god.
Oh no, I distracted Colleen. Oh no!
I'm gonna play like a few more minutes, and then probably play some Valorant. I think so. More Valorant. Hey, Val. Dude, okay. Oh my god. Hey, Chris. See the vibes? Oh, hey. Vibes are probably very chill today. Just, a typical chill stream. Nothing crazy. Trying to make some progress. Oh. Been a minute. Yeah. Yeah. I've started this game, I think, maybe it's been over a month since I first started playing something. Oh, yeah, Ying. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's a good game to stream. But, like, playing on your own, that's sort of psycho behavior. I mean, I don't know. This is, like, it's not good. Okay.
That part.
Wait, people in chat who have not seen me try this part yet. Is this new for anyone? Because if so, that's great. I've been here for a minute. Okay. I'm never coming back to sewers ever again. I'm never going back.
Dude, what is Norton doing? I did not click. Look at this. Y'all see this? Anyone that sees this for posterity, I guess. Norton just doing his own thing. Norton just opened up websites. I'm sitting here watching Colleen, and then my antivirus program's like, look at our website.
Oh.
Bro, easy lawsuit for against Norton because they're artificially inflating their viewership of their website every time they do that by forcing users' PCs to visit their site. super
That was
easy
annoying.
velocity to cancel because they just did
I
that.
think when I have two earbuds
That's
in,
crazy.
I can't tell how loud I'm talking. Name?
Oh.
Hey, Marcy. Because I actually got the coin. Oh, I know, right? I'm not even trying to get the coin. I don't even care. Come on. I don't even care about the...
Your voice is front and center.
Oh
We can hear you clearly.
my... Okay.
It's all good.
I don't care about the different colored boots.
Hmm.
It's whatever. Dude.
I don't know how
Is
she plays
that,
this
is
game.
that it?
This game is.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
No. I'm worried about my neighbors.
Oh.
They might hate me, which is totally understandable. But also, I hate whoever built this complex. Why do you make the wall so thin? Like, no one wants to renew their lease if, if it's so thin, you know? This is terrible. Wait, no, the neighbors have not said anything, but
Um,
you know, my ass is terrible.
that's fine.
Okay,
Going.
guys, I'm going.
You're fine.
Do the neighbors know your
That's
name? I hope not. Maybe I don't know. If I get packages, like they just leave in the front of my door, you know, my name's on there. I hope they leave. Yeah, I hope they move out. Just kidding. Oops. They're fine. They're chilling. Okay. Oh my
Dude, this game.
goodness.
I don't know how you play this game.
Oh, also, when I think the camera incident, I'm pretty sure they just like refunded or like canceled the order. I think they trolled me. Special. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. They trolled my ass. Maybe they're rhinos. Yeah, especially
I don't
the
know how you
rhinos.
play this game. You have good
It's
patience.
all
You have
good.
good patience.
Someone actually gifted it to me. So I actually have the camera. Shout out Noel. Awesome. Awesome Oiler. Wait, thanks, dudes. Thank you. I'm knocking the wall. I know. No. Okay. Oh, let me just take a breath. Also, guys, I want to tell you, you guys Valorant, pretty soon. I'll tell you guys, I've started Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
I'm on episode 3. Oh my gosh. Cool. He had like black hair. She have dark brown hair. But it's really brown in sunlight. Thanks, JD and JJK. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. I don't know why I didn't full jump. Come on, man. You watch JJK Zero? What's that? I watched actually Jujutsu Kaisen movie. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I watched it on a plane and I didn't know it was a movie. I thought it was like just all of season 1, but it was actually a movie. That was really good. Oh, I'm so bad.
We might have spoiled the show, maybe?
I won't let you guys down. We can do this.
Wait, hold on. Wait, the movie might have spoiled the show, maybe.
God, is the movie not a story from the original plot? It's a prequel, right, guys?
Oh, is it a prequel?
Isn't it before? I think.
Oh, Sage. Nice. I kept thinking. Actually, I guess that's a good idea. Yeah. Prequel movie before the regular, series.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alright, I'm out of the sewers. I'm done. up. Also, guys, I post on Instagram. Do you guys see it? Dude, do you guys also, like, once you post on Instagram, you're like, that photo is sort of weird. Like, why do I look like that? Oh, Mango, thank you.
Like 40K likes.
Thank you.
It's pretty good. Some food?
Okay, period. Period! Okay. Oops. I'm speedrunning. Nice. No, wait, actually when I land here though, it's so bad. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Kind of good. That's a little bit. Ooh. Oops.
All the fundamentals of Jump King.
I'm not sure.
You got this.
I'm pretty sure I could pay for the verification, you know? I think it's like $15 a month or something, which is, are you serious right now? Are you for real? You got the fundamental Jump King. Oh my god, thank you. It's so hard. Should you just ignore it? Oh, I didn't read it. What did you say? Sorry, I missed it. Say it again. Okay, refocus. I'm not able to make it out this year. Oh my god, it's okay. Hope you're doing well though. Lady Mango. I hope you're making the fattest tips ever. Okay. Oh my god, sausage, thank you. Okay, fine. Come on! Okay, we're fine. Guys, what am I doing wrong? Why is it not going? Bro, whoa. Oh! OMG. OMG, really, that's all I have to say. Oh my god, it's fucking impossible. Actually, aren't jumping correctly? Oh, fucking no. Let me make sure my, Bruh, oh. Dude, the GER is so... I'm never doing that. Heck no, that's so cringe. I'm so dead.
Oh.
I'm never saying that either. I haven't said that like in a week, I think. Stop. Dude, yeah guys, I also need to stop saying dude. It's just a habit. Hello, Kevy. What is up? Where'd you go? The tips are wild, but I'd be going out way too much. Okay, it's okay as long as the money you spend makes you happy. Uh-oh, I think I fucked up. Oh shit. I'm celebrating my 2-year anniversary channel. We finish this game. Oh no. I can finish it soon. Fuck. Wait guys, what am I doing? Okay. It's fine. Okay. I can do this. Bruh! Wait, okay. It's fine. Oh! Okay. Am I so bad? Bruh. I'm not saying bruh anymore either. One of my resolutions is to stop saying dude, bruh, Especially, bruv already is out. Bruv is out of my vocabulary. Another one I won't stop saying is, what did I say? Bruv is wild. It just slips out. I can't help it. No. I'm not saying those anymore. Bruh! Whoa! Okay, sorry. Fine. Okay, let me just relax. Say dog? Ew, no. Guys, what if I said dog? No. No. I'm not saying that. That's so funny. That sucks. Jump King, yeah, I'm about to stop playing Jump King though. I've tried. And it's not working, so I'm gonna play something else. Oh. Thanks, Sue. Sue Pang. Hope I said your name right. Alright. I'm gonna play seriously. Just thank you. Thank you. Can you believe? I'm 23 though. That really is like adult. That's crazy. Just fucking Bulls Daily. No girl. Who would you hear that from? Who told you that? That's not true. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Why? Okay, fine. 364 days until 24. Oh my goodness. Guys, okay, I feel like, yeah, I'm good. 23 really is still, really young. I have time. I don't know why this part's so hard for me. Oh! Oh my god.
Okay. Missing something. It's not like Colin said something important.
Finally. Oh, guys, that reminds me, ice cream. I bought Oreo ice cream sandwiches today. Just thank you. Thank you. Can you believe? I'm 23 though. That really is like adult. That's crazy. Just fucking Bulls Daily. No girl. Who would you hear that from? Who told you that? That's not true. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, try self-love. Yeah, it's fine. Oh my god. I'm done, yeah. What should I do next? There's Valorant. I was gonna play some Valorant, but I might suck. I think I just suck at every game now. I'm not a gamer anymore.
But it's...
Oh! I think I used to be like really good at
I just don't like this game design. Like Jump King, I just don't like the game design. Like...
Is it because... Do you think my reaction time's actually slower nowadays? I'm getting, older. That's so sad. Drop 30? I did drop 30. But also, I feel like my aim was so ass. Like, I don't even know how I got, all those kills. halfway and then you're at the bottom. I know, I was making some good progress. Oh, I wish I had a new 90 Day Fiancé episode to watch, but I don't. But he's not old. I know, but I'm just getting older. At least I'm not 33, right? OMG.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch. Or 43. That's true. That's true. That's true. Do you guys think when I'm 33 I'll still be streaming? I wonder where I'm gonna be. I don't know. I'll be doing. Hopefully, I'm just kidding. I don't want to say it. Hey horse, what is up? Lethal Company? Maybe. But yeah, we could play Lethal Company. Get the new cake. Yeah. Wait, you didn't know about that cake?
With it, I've gained more life experience.
Hold on.
Your age is not comparable to mine, tell us.
Death Ray's older than me. Wait, how did he say how?
50 UF.
Is Death Ray 54? Is Death Ray actually 54? Stop. He's not actually
What?
54. I don't know why Supreme
33.
He's not.
What?
See? Chill. I know. I'm so sorry.
I blocked Supreme years ago. I'm sorry, my intelligence scares a...
30's not better. Kevy's 33. Oh, crazy. No, Kevy is 32, I think. Does Roasted 33? No, I didn't. I'm just saying, me personally, I cannot be 33 right now. This is not possible. This can't happen. Kevy's a hero. Kevy grown. Bro, please. Okay, fine. Also, I was thinking about playing Resident Evil 2. What do you guys think? But, oops, I didn't mess up. My viewer range is 12. No, I feel like most of my viewers though is over 18. I really think so. You guys think so?
Is there a section?
Logical. Oh my god. Boils. Oh, your name is Balls. Harry Balls. OMG. I know you're lying, but thanks for calling me pretty. Over 18, but also over 30. I don't know. Supreme is like 12 years old though. He's one of the younger ones in chat. He's a middle school guy, so. Or he's not. Oh my gosh. He's not middle school, but I don't know. I think he's like just pretty young for sure. Come on. Oh. I just want to get past this part, okay? Hold on. Okay.
Analytics.
For real. How do I do this? Oh. You're lying. I tried. Dope shirt. Thank you. As soon as I shave, I look 18. Oh, I know, right? Keiko Mao. Too close. This always happens. I'm so over it. Bruh. No! Okay, thank God it didn't take me all the way back down. I would have been very mad. Okay. I don't know why that part is so hard for me. Impossible.
Oh, analytics? Yeah. I was gonna say. The like streaming
a super hot
analytics section.
At the very top, so. Should I get my name or should I say like Koma? what? You said good money. Wait, what? Komao is right, right? Okay, wait. Hold on.
Why did I get logged out of the game?
Okay. So, why? Wait, okay, maybe I'm too, I think I know what I'm doing wrong. I think I'm too in.
Why can't I want in?
You know?
To tier 2.
Let's go! Okay, guys, yay, there's a new part. New level. So exciting. But also, the next part's so hard, too. Like, oh my god, I don't even know how to do this one either! Like, where do I jump from? Oh! Wait, I did it. Okay. Okay. Guys, we're so good. Look at me.
I have to view a chart.
Go. Okay. How's the weather over there? Pretty good. I just wish, I had more sunlight. Reading progress? Yes, we are. Okay, guys, are you ready?
What is direct or other?
I don't think I've gone past this part. I'm not sure if I have.
Direct from outside Twitch. Oh, you know what's crazy?
Oh, what's the thing? Okay, we still get to write a 15-page paper. Guys, in high school, I never even had to write a 15-page paper. So maybe he was lying about the 15-page paper, and it was actually only 5 pages. You know? Okay, wait, let me think what to do. What? Okay,
The creative dashboard?
Oh, this is too close.
We're using...
Okay.
It's in the creator dashboard! Yay!
Wait, I'm pissed. I'm so mad. Wait.
Quite cool.
Okay. Wait, okay. I know I'm not that far down, just doing that whole part. Not cool.
For their...
Okay, let's try again.
Ah, it's hard to explain.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, just one more time. Dude, this game hates me.
But outside of Twitch.
I
There's
don't
also
know why.
rootonline.de.
Why can't it let me win? Like, I feel like
What the hell? It's a German site?
I'm jumping correctly.
What is...
I think it's like purposely messing me up. You know? Sometimes my English, I don't know how I can say the good pronunciation of my name. But if I said it right way, yeah, it's Komao. Komao? Wait, is that how I said it? Komao? Teddy is 45? No, Teddy is 32. I think. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
They're root commands. But it's like boring technical stuff. Like Twitch can show people watching from outside Twitch or Discord. They're root commands. So Twitch will show you the analytical data of people not using Twitch but still watching Twitch.
I appreciate that so much. Happy birthday from fellow 00. Thank you. His name's Jerry. Thank you. Yeah, 2000 is...
Which is quite fascinating, which means it's showing other people. So there's actually 9 people watching my stream right now.
Chris Tofu?
Outside of Twitch. And but 0 from Google. And Google just added on. So Google just tacked on with their system. So it only showed 3. It showed like Twitch, Discord, and then direct to other. And then Google just popped up. But Google hasn't always tuned into my stream. So Google must be using their bots or whatever to constantly collect data.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I'll show you what I'm staring at. Which you should be okay to show this.
Yeah, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Just playing some jump keying, you know. I'm almost done with the game. I'm just kidding. But
It's probably this amount.
I'm getting there. I just wanna do this part so bad.
So actively, there are like 9 people watching my stream, but they're using a system outside of Google or Twitch or and it shows you that they're watching. But most likely they're still running bots, and so they're running like root commands. So if 7% of the viewership is a root command, you're accessing other sites to act as proxy sites to view a site because they want to hide where they're viewing from, but we can see them. So they most likely come from Europe. So 7% of my viewership probably comes from Europe, or they are Americans that want to utilize a European website to watch someone else watch content invisibly, but you're still there. But 90% of the time, it's usually people outside. So there was one stream where somehow Google is watching my stream, but it's most likely Google running 2 of their bots. Somehow you can see it tracking. So Google was like, okay, hey, this viewer, all of a sudden I had 22 people watching me on the 17th, right? Outside of Twitch. So even Google has their own bots, like, hey, what's happening? And then it tries to track, it's collecting data. Google's collecting data on maybe these people that all of a sudden show up. So it's like a spike. So they're collecting data. And Google can already extract images, every kind of text format in an image or video. So as you're collecting video format, people are probably thinking, hey, these are video. Well, not really. You could chop up a video into like 30 pictures or 30 frames. And then Google can use their advanced algorithms to then scour all those images and just extract a whole bunch of data from like the color of your skin, what you're doing, what you're eating, the human emotion, your positioning, your facial features, your emotions. It can quantify your emotions of a human. Every action, word, item that you bought, if Google is extracting the images from your video, it'll, like whatever you bought, it's calculating all this information. It's trying to quantify everything, like, hey, this is green sweater. It could then evaluate the material. It would then evaluate the icons, and it'll match it. So, yeah. So right now, 9 people watching. These are just, I believe, just total views. Because see, 862 views is an accumulation from a clip or whatever. But I do like this. I do like how my maybe African American community is tuning in. I appreciate it. Americans are tuning in. This is actually really cool too. It'll show viewers from channel. So 94% of my viewers come from Sub Caitlin's channel. It kind of makes sense. I hang on her channel a lot. Because Sub Caitlin watched one time, it counts as 1%. But it probably should say less than 1% because it shows other users too. Like Orchid, like each individual, like my brother. Yes, it's my brother Chris. He's still in the army doing his thing. But it should be less than 1%. So I'm actually surprised that Colleen watches me at 1%. Cool. I appreciate it. It's kind of cool. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to my streams. I'm just kind of chilling, relaxing. And I appreciate cute boss.
I would call people ugly if they're mean first because I think they're aware they're ugly, and that's just sad, Like, I'm not with the bullying. Oh my god, that's so sad.
So this is kind of cool. So I'll show viewers by location. See cumulative because I don't have 1,000 viewers right now. It's just 1,300 people have tuned in to me, kind of just entertaining. New engaged viewers, it makes sense. 90% of the time they're new people.
No, I did it. I'm really never mean to anyone.
I like that it's 63% Americans. Cool. Appreciate my Canadian viewership of 6%. Appreciate my 4% Singaporean people tuning in. Appreciate my Australian viewership tuning in.
Let me know chat when you guys are bored of this game, okay?
Appreciate my UK fans tuning in. Appreciate some German fans tuning in. Appreciate the Philippines. They're a great ally in the Pacific. Love you guys. I lived in Daly City for a few years. Huge Filipino community. Great people. Great food. Love lumpia. Bro, you can't go wrong. France homies. France, great ally. The home of democracy. The birthplace of democracy. Constitutional republics. France is our brothers in arms and as an ally. NATO. nation side by side. Britain and France fought, or Britain and France fought against each other, and then France and the U.S. allied together to then punch the UK in the face. Gotta love the French, man. Shout out to Malaysian viewers, appreciate y'all. Out in the Southeast Asia, appreciate my New Zealand folks tuning in too.